lungs one more time before going under. He was aware of someone coming at him. A jogger, the rhythmic sound of his running shoes hitting the ground. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alec nodded to him as they were about to pass each other, and suddenly something slapped his chest. Stunned, he watched as the guy kept jogging. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Already just a figure in the gloom. Had the jogger assaulted him, slapped him, hit him? He looked down, half expecting to see blood from a bullet wound. Shock, he thought. I'm too shocked to know I'm hit. And yes, there was red there on the center of his chest, but it wasn't blood. It was a red sticker, the kind you might see on a broken-down car's back window to indicate it needed to be towed. The only thing on it was a number. 5. He peeled the sticker off his t-shirt and looked in the direction of the hotel door, aware that he had heard the door open and close while he was still feeling his chest for blood, also aware that his heart was thumping much harder than it ever did before he jumped out of an airplane. The sticky stuff on the back adhered to his knuckles, and it took him a minute to fold the thing up so it didn't stick to his fingers. Now what? He started back along the track, feeling a slight chill now as the sun disappeared, squinting in the gloom. He stopped by the door and peered at the roof. Nobody here now. The jogger was gone. He left the rooftop and took the elevator down to his floor, holding the sticker away from his body, his stomach roiling. He didn't know why, but he felt like a marked man. Chapter 1. April 2013. The ghost town of Credo, Arizona. Santa Cruz Sheriff's Detective Tess McCrae saw everything. She saw everything and remembered everything. Right now she was seeing a 68-year-old Caucasian male named George Hanley, shot to pieces. 30 rounds from an AK-47. Brass everywhere. She'd come close to stepping on one of the casings, which had lodged into the spongy wood porch of the ruined cabin. Careful not to touch anything, not with hands or feet or body or clothing. George Hanley had that clumsy, inanimate look corpses get, caved to the side like a grain sack that had fallen off a shelf, propped up against the blood-stained interior wall as if someone had pushed him there. His bloody DL had been thrown on his stomach like a playing card, the wallet they'd found nearby tossed into a corner of the cabin. He wore a flannel shirt, tan chinos, and running shoes. Tess had to hunker down close and squint hard at the license, had to read it through the dark red stain, read it aloud to her partner. She took photos of the corpse and the graffiti-covered sheetrock wall, although in truth, she didn't need to. She saw the crime scene in every indelible detail, and she would remember it that way. Every bloody flap of skin, every jagged crater, many of them so close together they made one cavernous, many-chambered wound. Blood soaked into the floor as if someone in a rage had stomped hard on a crateful of blackberry popsicles. His torso had been turned into a sieve. 30 rounds from an AK-47 will do that. From his crotch to his throat he was riddled with bullets. He'd been shot through each eye, and the duct tape affixed to his mouth. She had a whole gallery of gruesome images inside her skull, but this was the worst. Overkill. No, overkill squared. Tess had what her new partner Danny liked to call the superpower. Her memory, virtually photographic, was a parlor trick to the people she worked with, a topic of conversation, but also something her fellow cops liked to have her utilize on their own cases. She was the most popular girl in school. But already there were too many suspects. This homicide in the rickety old ghost town of Credo, right on the border between the United States and Mexico, looked like a hit. It looked like a hit by an enforcer for one of the Mexican cartels. Either Sinaloa, which owned this part of the world, or the Zetas, or the violent upstart group Alacran, Spanish for